I just thought the crowd was awesome. You know, it's just love playing in here. Thought with the suits and sneakers and the cancer awareness that that my wife was involved in putting together here. I think it was a beautiful beautiful pregame ceremony. The way that was handled, I thought was just inspiring, and so it was thank the crowd. I mean, the crowd was awesome. When we play in here, the energy is just unbelievable. I think that's our 13th straight game live crowd or somewhere around there. When we've had a crowd in here, taken last year when there were no people allowed to come, I think that's like our 13th in a row in here, Phil. Yeah, so we're hard to beat in here when there's a live crowd, and the students were awesome. The fans were, they were in their seats early and behind us. The 1,400 students that were allowed to come, certainly did their part. So, we really appreciated that.
Dan, based numerically, this was Isaiah's best game in a while. What have you been seeing with him, and why was tonight kind of the night for him to break out?
Well, it was probably the last game at Butler. He played great against Butler, too, right on the road. On the other night, he got back to his identity. He dealt. He wasn't right physically for the Marquette game pre-Christmas. He struggling physically with some things for a while, and I think he's just getting his legs under him the last couple of games. He's missed a lot of time. I mean, he's as valuable a front court piece. I mean, when you have a guy that could play next to Adama because he could pass and catch and help you in the ball screen game, and he's a beast on the offensive glass. And then if Adama gets in foul trouble or just needs a blow, you now have Isaiah who you can play at the 5. I mean, just an incredibly valuable front court piece. I don't think there's a team in the country that didn't wish they had a guy like that.
Dan, obviously 4 in a row, and since the pause, where have you seen the biggest improvements, and is the team clicking at this point where you want them to be?
No, I mean, we could have been a lot better. I thought our first half defense in particular, just to, the only way we lose this game today is, from a defensive standpoint, if we don't defense rebound or if we give up a lot of threes. It would been very, very hard for Georgetown to out to us today. So just some blown closeouts and slow reactions to getting to corner shooters, some situational basketball that needed to be better. I don't think you're ever really happy, but we've got through the COVID pause. We're able to practice consistently. Our team is healthy now, so we expect to play at a very high level.
Dave, go ahead.
The 27 fast break points, just getting out in transition tonight, and how do you explain that tonight? And was that you'd like to see more of that, going forward?
Well, it quite frankly, you'd love to do that every game. Georgetown is I think they lead the league in offensive rebounding, or they're at the top of it. So they crash the offensive glass. They don't send 3 or 4 guys back and abort the offensive glass, which in a lot of games prevents us from getting the transition opportunities. So, the way that they go to the offensive glass with 3 or 4 guys opened up transition for us. So that was great for us.
Also, Dan, that 21 assists, the way you shared the ball in 5 players in double figures, how much flow did you see in your offense?
Yeah, no, we're in a good place right now. I think the guys understand the actions that we're trying to run. I think we have a good we could hit people with post ups to a guy that's really, really hard to stop in Adama. Multiple guys are doing things off the dribble. Multiple guys that feel good about their 3-point shooting. we could post a multitude of players. We've got a lot of different ways we could come at you. So, we're but having Adama in there just opens everything up for everybody.
Dan, Jordan Hawkins has had 2 out of the last 3 games with double-digit points. How does that bode for his confidence and his game overall moving forward?
I think for him, it's just simplifying things. I think it's being number one, getting down the court in transition as quickly as he can, getting his toes to the 3-point line, and being shot ready and being willing to take semi-contested threes. I mean, he's that good of a shooter. Anytime he's got time and space and a good look, he's got to let it go. And I just think he dribbled less. He was dribbling less laterally. He was playing in a straight line, and he was shot ready. And I just think that he played off his jump shot more. And if he does that, he's obviously going to have a lot more nights like tonight.
Dan, you mentioned yesterday not wanting to play like fat rats, just coming out strong and being able to do that today, and what this game does for that Georgetown UConn matchup.
Yeah, I mean, tried to get across to our guys, again, like winning the games that you're supposed to win, or the games that you should win, home, versus a team that's struggling. That's as important to you pursuing a regular season championship as it is winning those big showdown games. The reason why teams are dominant in leagues is because a program like Villanova never stubs their toe in games like this, and so that's a huge part of your maturation as a program. Is you don't lose games that you're supposed to win, home and away, and then when you get in, and obviously you're going to have those bigger ones waiting, but I just thought our guys understood that anytime that Georgetown and UConn, with the history of both programs, you better be ready to go, because that game means something in college. And again, playing in Gamble, it's just the crowd is so, it's just it's such an energized environment. We practice in here a lot. Just our comfort level in here is very, very high.
Dan, I know there's some imperfections that you want to fix, obviously, but you use this month so far to really put yourself in a good position. I'm just wondering what you think of the whole handful of games here after you got over the injuries in December and did a nice job in January, and what's most important for you guys moving forward as you look towards February and the stretch run, really?
Yeah, I think just cleaning up mistakes. Some of the defensive mistakes that that will cost you games when you play like those elite teams. Your ability to be ruthless for 40 minutes and play every single possession in a really ruthless manner, in terms of wanting to really destroy your opponent and break their will at both ends of the court and on the backboard, and with your team toughness. We've got high expectations for the year. We know what we're capable of doing when we're fully healthy. We just got to continue to play to our identity, and we're going to have a great season. Got to play to our identity, though. If we stray from our identity, we become vulnerable, and can't do that.
Plus minus isn't the most defining stat, but Tyrese plus 30 today, and I think he was 20 plus 27 something in the second half against Butler. Is he starting to string together some just impressive time on the court, aside from obviously scoring too?
Yeah, I mean, Tyrese has been pretty good. I mean, from the start, I thought he was fantastic up through the VCU game when he broke his thumb, but and then he missed time, and he was our best player in the Providence game, especially in the second half, where he almost single-handedly gave us a chance to walk them down and win that game. But Tyrese has played at all conference level. He was awesome at Marquette. The way he closed that game, the way he closed the Butler game the other day. He just always, Tyrese's biggest issue is I don't know if he always believes how good he is. He's got a chance to play in the NBA beyond here, and is an all-league player in the Big East.
There was a stretch in the second half there. I think it was 3 straight possessions, twice from Andre and then once from RJ, where they just got the ball down to Adama there. How do you guys feel? You guys like shared the ball in the second half there.
Yeah, I thought we shared it great. Our pregame goal every game is to be 18 assists, less than 9 turnovers is where we want to be. Game in and game out. If you watch NBA games, those guys never turn the ball over. High level players don't turn the ball over. So I thought we did a good job of playing for each other today. And basketball's simple. You draw a second defender, throw the ball to somebody else who's open. And when we do that, again, we have so many good players on the court that we're hard to defend. I liked it. I mean, I liked. Let me a second on Andrew there. He's not afraid of the moment. I want him to maybe take a harder foul on that drive. I'll text him or FaceTime him on the way home and talk about that soft foul for the 3-point play. But to go for the run off the stagger and go sidestep 3, and he wanted it bad. He was able to secure that defensive rebound, so he doesn't walk away empty-handed, which is nice for him. I mean, I'm sure that'll be up there. Phil obviously has got to get that top play. Of course, Phil says top 10 to lower the bar. He's got to try. I mean, that should be a top 2, top 3 play. I mean, that was a joke. But we see stuff like that all the time, and we'll be seeing more of that from Dre.